Hello, hello, crafty friends. How are you doing? It is Monday. It is time to create, craft, and get together. How is everybody doing? Hope you had a blessed weekend. I hope it was a beautiful one. I'm pulling us up on my iPad real quick to see where we are at. That way, if I'm missing comments here on my phone, I can see them there, or vice versa. Today we're just gonna do some regular crafting, creating, and just a couple of fun things to make for the upcoming patriotic holidays. I'm in patriotic mood, so that's what I have in mind. I have a dowel. I have an old vintage spool. I cut out a piece of fabric. This is similar to like duck fabric. It's a little bit thicker and tougher. I've got some fabric strips, so let's get started. This should be fairly easy and simple. I am still backwards. I like looking at my phone and seeing what you guys have to say. I'm trying to figure out where I need to be here, so let me scoot some things around so you guys can see better. There we go. We might even use the 4th of July 1-inch words. I haven't decided yet, so let's just get going here so we can start. The spool, I am going to sit upside down. This is going to be on the bottoms. I love vintage spools, so that's what I'm going to use. And for my rod, I am going to use the Waverly wax, the brown. Let me move this out of the way because I know I am going to make a mess. I am going to take a Clorox wipe. I just noticed I left the brush sitting in water. That's always good if you leave your brushes sitting in water. It wasn't in there long. Ugh. So, what's going on in your life? What's happening? I am just going to dip this in my, can you see good enough? Let me tilt that down a little bit more. There we go. I am just going to pick up some stain out of the cap. Should put some gloves on, but hey, it's all right. This is a little dowel. That's how long it is. You can use skewers. You can use a dowel. I am going to check comments here in a moment because I cannot see any. Hey, Nikki, I just saw a comment. Woohoo! I am going to go back over this because my little rag is really wet, so I just dumped some of that water out. And I am going to add some more stain to this. And I'm probably going to take some of my antiquing wax to go over it because I do want it a little bit darker than this. It is not very dark for me. Not dark enough. So, plan B. And my apron just fell behind me, which is fine. Now, I did want to go ahead and do the same technique. I'm not sure. This might have been treated, and that's why it's not taking the wax is good. I am going to do that same thing to the spool. And see, this is taking it much better. So it could have been that that was treated. I did not sand it. I should have. So sand it first. And I am leaving that on the bottom. I am not changing that. Now we go. Now have our spool fixed up. Put this out of the way. I am going to add some of the dark wax on here because I wanted it darker. And you can paint this. You can put wax on here. You can paint it brown. You can dilute your brown paint and make it like a stain. You can stain it. Many, many, many different options on how to get your stick brown. You can use a twig from outside. Lots of different options on how to make your flagpole, because this is our flagpole. I'm going to let that dry. Put that off to the side for a moment. And let our flagpole dry. I am going to put my pole right here so I could roll that over. So this is the flag portion that I am going to be working with. And I am going to use a combination of a glue stick and my Liquitex. Chemo bothered you. I'm glad you are feeling better. My day was okay. Yesterday I thought I was gonna go to the urgent care because my back has been hurting for 2 weeks and I just could not get it to feeling better. So I looked and that was like a 2-hour wait. So I'm like, I'm gonna try to hold out because I was gonna see if I could get with my regular doctor, but they didn't have an appointment. Hey, Carlene. So I went today to urgent care and it is not my kidney, which is great news. They gave me muscle relaxers to take overnight because I cannot drive with them, and steroids for 6 days. So, yay. It's going to be all good. It's going to be good. Lord's got it in his hands. Got a strip of fabric. I think that's 2 inches, if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't really matter. Well, that's actually 2.5. Our little flag is just about 6 by 4 1/4. I am just guesstimating on where I want my little square lined up. I think that looks pretty good for a flag size. So I'm going to do 2 things because I want it a little bit ruffled. Hello, Ginger. How are you, my friends? I hope you're my friend. Everybody's my friend. And I'm just going to rip it. And I thought this was a really pretty piece to do as the star field. And I'm going to lay everything out first. And this is the rustic. Hey, Donna. Thank you. I appreciate that, Carlene, very much. Yes, I hope it will help too. Oh, thank you, Carlene. I appreciate the stars. My back had been hurting for 2 weeks, and I didn't know it was just the repetitive motion of doing the dialysis or what it was from, but I just got to the point I was like, something's got to be done. I cannot be continuously feeling like this. So I went to the doctor today. And this is like almost primitive. The stripes are not all the same size. Everything is going to be different. But I'm going to lay this out first to see. How I want to design this. This one corner keeps curling in. So just lay this down. The stripes are also going to be different sizes, which is perfectly fine. And I've got this pretty fabric. Oh, come on, work with me. Well, that didn't rip well. It curled up on me. All right, let's see what we can do with this. I want it frayed a little bit, so I am pulling the strings on the other side. That looks good. For the white, we can either leave it. Hey, Donna. Thank you. I appreciate that, Nikki. I am using this little lace. Oh, darn it, I cut that piece too short. I hope you like this idea. What you guys think about that one for the bottom? Because it doesn't have to all be red. I will have a white stripe on the bottom. Would you guys mind if we have a white stripe on the bottom? That's not correct. I can make that blue a little shorter. Let's see. It'll bother me. I'm gonna move the red up. You know me. Stuff like that'll bother me. I'd be like, that's not right. You know, this was going to be easy process. My goodness. This one piece of fabric is not cooperating with me. Oh, thank you. I am not complaining by no means. Please don't misunderstand, because that's, you know, in essence, that's what you sign up for when you get married, for better, for worse. But it is a challenge at times, that is for sure. I'm just laying it on here and I see if I can squeeze another red piece of fabric in here. I am going to use let's see, how tiny did this get? That is too tiny. See, it really doesn't matter how small your pieces are, you can still use them. Really would like this to be a little smaller. Want a little bit bigger than this, but a little bit smaller than that. Might just have to go with this one. I'm attempting to get a sliver. Nope, sliver not working. All right. Sliver wasn't working. A little bit more. So we'll just fray it ourselves. Cut that bad part off. I have strings galore. Now I'm happy. Perfect. Now we need to work on this. I need another white. And I am putting these on this way to where the scallops are on the bottom. And I need another, oh, I never did cut this off. All right, now we got it all laid out. That is the way I want it on there. I think that's gonna look pretty good. And that part is gonna roll over onto our flagpole. I gotta cut this a little bit straighter. And this one too. All right, this is the way I am going to build it. I'm going to build it from the bottom up, so the next layer is going to lay on the top except for this part right here. So I think this is going to be cute, guys. We're going to stencil on the other side. This is a permanent glue stick. And I'm just going to leave this laying the way it is. And I'm also going to add a little bit of this Liquitex. It will help hold it in place. And if it frays up a little bit, I'm okay with that. Like I said, this is a rustic, primitive type of craft, so it is okay. And I am not putting much on there. It just will help to hold it. I'm going to put this on the material itself. And one of the reasons why I'm using this, it will lay flat. The other thing is, you know, with glue, hot glue, you sometimes have the thickness, so this will lay flat. And I'll just add a little bit. I don't need much because that permanent glue stick will hold. I'm going to go ahead and put this one in next. This stuff holds really good. It even holds little metal embellishments. And if we don't like our edge at the end, we can cut that off. Okay, that one went there. probably should have laid them back out. I am going to pick this back up because I do want this to be shown more. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue this whole thing. Add some more of this stuff in here. And now this one. Looking good so far. I know it looks backwards to you guys. And again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and glue the whole field. And since we used a cream colored background, you don't even see that there is a background, even though you can see through the lace. I'm gonna get it. That way it won't stick to anything. This is the part that's going to go on the stick. So now, do we want to use USA and 1776? Like USA and 1776 on the back side? And do we want to lay it in this direction, or I have another suggestion? I was thinking we use red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. Do the red up here, the white in the middle. Is that right now? The red on the top, the white in the middle with the 2 stars, and the blue on the bottom. I thought that would look good. And I am just eyeballing it. I know that one's going to go around the pole. I am going to do the red, white, and blue. And I am going to do that. I've got no paint out. Well, that's super duper great. I'll clean that up later. Blue. Red. I want to use a coffee color for the white. Hopefully that'll look all right. We'll see. If not, we'll change the color. This is latte. This is an Anita's color. If that doesn't show up, we'll do something else. You always take time for potential customers. Absolutely, my friend. I thought the red, white, and blue is kind of fitting for the back side of our flag. Let me close the glues up. I am just going to use a dome brush. And if I go from the lightest to the darkest, I can use the same brush. I am just loading it. And then I'm going to take my paper and offload it. Because these hold a lot of paint. And very lightly, well, like I said, these hold a lot of paint. And I'm going to do the stars in that cream color too. Making sure I didn't swirl. I swirled a little bit over the top, but that's okay because we're going to age this out a little bit anyway. Oh yeah, you can see it. Red is next. Let's see. I hope that's in the middle. Or at least semi in the middle. If it is not in the middle, it's okay. It will be okay. And fabric takes paint differently than wood. So sometimes you just need to go over it a couple of more times in order for it to absorb that paint, because it will suck it all up. And I do have a little bit of bleed, but I am okay with that because, like I said, this is a rustic flag. And thank you guys for sprinkling this out. I appreciate that very much. For those of you that might not know, sprinkling means sharing it out. Did you guys check out the new summer collection? The summer bundle, coastal bundle, and the patriotic bundle. What's your favorites? And are you gonna get any? Or what did you get? What did you order? I am curious what your favorite is. My favorites is the whole bundle, the patriotic bundle. I really love that patriotic bundle. I love the word one, the coastal and the patriotic, because you can use that for all kinds of different things. This fabric is not taking the paint well, but it is okay because it is rustic. So if it is faded out a little bit, that will play right into my rustic design, because I have plenty of paint on my brush. It's just that bee right here does not want to take the paint, but it is okay. And I'm not going to add any more stars. Red, white, blue. I know it is backwards. And I said we're going to age this out a little bit. I am going to take my dark sealing wax. Yeah, I love the words. They are so versatile. And anytime they have alphabet stencils or words, I get them because you can use them for so many different things. And this is going to be my tattered, aged flag. I could have coffee stained this fabric. I didn't think about it. So this is the next best thing. And it is picking up from the texture underneath. And that is perfect because it gives it that aged look. And that's what I wanted. I always dab it in and then dab it off on my paper towel. Try to do the edges a little bit more than the rest. And again, coffee stain would have been perfect to do this with. Does it not look like it's been laying around for a long time? I just like that. And I am going to do a little bit on this side too, but I'm just going to do the edges. Those little details do make a difference. I'm just adding a little bit to the top and the bottom of each strip to make it look like it has shading. That's how you can achieve your shading on your pieces. I was lightly going over the star field. See that light difference right there, so that you can, it'll look like it is, it has some shading. Now we can take our flag and glue it to our stick. This takes a moment to grab hold, but once it does, it holds really well. I've used it for a lot of different things. And just like I've done before, I am going to add a little bit of glue to this. I gotta make sure I put the flag on the right way. We don't want a distressed flag. I am just pushing that in so that it will hold. And I'm going to leave it laying, but that is what it's going to look like. I'm going to leave it laying so it can dry a little bit. And then we're going to stick it in our little holder here, but I'm going to do something else first. So we're going to leave him laying. Let's see, what can I stick on here? There we go. That'll hold it in place for a little bit. I'm going to take my brush that we had the colors on, and I am just going to brush a little bit of color on this spool. This is the blue. I'm going to go into the red. And since I still had some blue on here, it made it like almost a purple. But I like that. Like I said, don't fret so much on if it is perfect. This is going to be like a rustic, primitive, where the color has rubbed off on. Hey, Miss Dorothy. Hey, Bonnie. Hey, Kimberly. Thanks for sharing. I so appreciate you guys doing that. I am just adding a little bit of color to the bottom of the little spool, just to have a little bit of faded color on here. I left the original sticker on there. I am just going around and adding a little bit of color. I just put some stripes on here. And I'm going to go back into the blue. And just here and there, adding a little bit of color. I'll go ahead and do this. I'll add a little bit of blue to the red, just randomly. And there's our little spool. Now it kind of reminds me of the barber shop little sign. I don't know what it is called. Okay, while we're waiting on that to dry, I've got these, and this one I already added a little bit of the brown to. This one is still white, so I am going to add a little bit of this dark sealing wax to get that colored as well. And a minute ago when I done it on the other one, it fell completely apart. So I'm going to try to be a little bit more careful on this one. It didn't fall apart, the bow came apart. And put it that way. The little bow came apart. I got these from the dollar store. Trying to get the inside. Got 10 minutes. I've got one more thing I want to do. This booger has a mind of its own. And again, if you do not like the distressed look or the grungy look or the primitive look, if you like yours bright and festive, then by all means, do not do these steps. Leave your things. Use brighter colors. You do not have to do it this way. This is just something that I like. And just an idea, so you can incorporate this idea into your crafting. There's that one all grungy now, and our star looks a little bit white. So I am very lightly, you can barely see it, with whatever stain or wax is left in here. I just toned that down a little bit. Now he's not so bright. He'll fit into our little scenery. And I'll tell you what, I have got more glitter on my place because those stars have glitter in them. Who remembers these? I don't, because I didn't grow up here and I don't remember meals. So Barbara Pole, exactly. So these are bobbins from the mill. I've got 3 different kinds, well, 2 different kinds. I got the one with the metal on the top and the smaller hole, and then I got a bigger one with no metal on the top. And what I was thinking on these is to, let's see, do I have a bigger piece? I'm going to tack a little bit of glue on here. And I'm going to dress these up for, oh, good, it is long enough, so that we can display these for the 4th of July. And again, these are just fabric scraps that I had. You can wind it as tight or as spaced out as you want to. And this glue dries clear, so you will not see it. And this bobbin has a metal tip. I love these. I love old antique looking things. And we're gonna display them in this beautiful ball jar. Now we're going to stick one of these in there. But we're not done yet. Let's see if this one is enough. It will make it. We will use it. Let's scoot this out of the way. And the reason why I'm not tacking them all the way around is because if you don't want this on there no more, you could easily just remove it. There's our red one. See if this one will rip for us. Don't you just love the sound of ripping fabric? Darn it, my little brush keeps flying away from me. Don't forget to check out the Essential Stencil page. Miss Amanda will be on here in just a moment. And if there's anything that you're interested on the Essential Stencil page, I would love it if you would use my code WK21. That would help me out. I would appreciate it. I have to look and see if there's any more comments. I don't see any comments anymore. I love the strings. Ugh, that just makes me happy. And the funny thing is, I'm normally like a perfectionist, and I'm really surprised that that doesn't bother me. And don't throw your strings away because they can be used for something else. All right, let me put this out of the way. I'll be done here in just a moment. I'm going to keep this brush out just in case I need the glue one more time for something. So this, I thought to and I took this flag and I done the same thing. I used the dark sealing wax and I put that on there. You can set these in here or you could put them in the jar themselves. My stick fell out. No. I don't think that has happened before. I will glue this back in. But for now, I'm just going to set it like that. So that was one idea, to display that. I know it's hard to see on the camera. And then this one I will glue in here. And I will put some raffia. I'm going to go ahead and go that way. You guys can help out with the Essential Stencil page. And I will put some raffia or, not raffia, sisal on there and dress this up a little bit. And there is our little, it will not sit this low. It will sit up higher. And then our flag will be in here. And then we have all of these to decorate our places with. Let me pull a name for our Happy Mail bucket. And you could even add that to one of these. Just have to glue it in because it will fall in. Miss Carlene going into the Happy Mail bucket. It's just a simple thing, just something fun to make. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll make some for yourself. Mine are going into my booth. Miss Carlene going into the Happy Mail bucket. Have a blessed evening. Hop over to Essential Stencil to check out Miss Amanda. And again, if there's anything that you're interested in on the Essential Stencil page, check it out. The stencils will ship out, I believe they said on the 9th. They were going to ship them immediately, but they had some issues. So they are pre-order right now. Thank you so much. Have a blessed evening, and I will see you. I will not be on tomorrow. I am taking Tuesdays off to take care of me, take care of hubby, and to do some booth and website maintenance. I've neglected that a little bit. So I am taking a little step back from being live, but if I have time, I'll come live at Tuesdays or Wednesdays. But for now, my days are Mondays at 7 Eastern and Thursdays at 10:30, unless I have to change them for a appointment or anything. And then, of course, we always have our Soul-Filled Saturday. So see you guys on Thursday. Have a blessed week.